Alright, so welcome. I posted on Reddit not too long ago asking about books uh, for the banking system, and this is just a Redstone banking system I've been working on. The idea is part of the bank is going to have a community deposit, but also this personal deposit. It doesn't look very pretty right now because I'm still working on it, but essentially it's based off of Seth Bling's, the rail system partially. Basically, each account has its own particular sort of a key, and the idea was that basically, if you wrote it, it would be really, really hard to create a copy. So this is the first account, second, third, all the way to the eighth. The eighth can take a while to get here, but there are a couple things in place to prevent sort of issues that I anticipated would arise. Like I said, it's not super quick right now. Not as quick as I'd like it. You can see it gets returned. The light indicates when there is a key in there. So, fun thing, if I deposit a key, let's say for this first account, I'll bring it over. But let's say someone comes up, or I get impatient and put another account in there, or another key. Regardless of what you do, it'll always send it right back. There's just a piston that turns on, and that determines when it's preoccupied, determined by a couple of pressure plates. And so let me go ahead and return this. It'll come back. So the way each section functions is pretty simple. It's an AND gate, a latch, just really basic stuff, and an item sorter. It's not as compact as I'd wanted it to be, but I plan to build it underground, so there's nothing super, there's nothing to worry about. The water is a bit noisy, but because there aren't a whole lot of items, I don't anticipate a whole lot of lag. So you can see an item sorter here, which is just an item sorter. And so what happens, what's neat about this one is, you see this, it keeps this powered. So it doesn't send the item back until after the cart returns. So whenever an item gets sent, it gets deposited, and it sends out a signal, which activates the latch right here. Basically, this is also a slight delay. This is the return trigger. So once the cart returns, it will trigger it, switching the latch and sending this back. This latch is also used to control the rail system. So let's go ahead and see one in action. Number 8. How about that? Count number 8. All the way at the end. It can take a bit to get there. You'll see the item go down. There it is. Here it comes. And the detector rails are what switch everything. I'll go ahead and do number 6 as well so you can see some of the piston switching in action, or some of the rail switching in action. And that just goes on back. Boom. And that's returned. And now the key has returned. Let's go and do account number 6. And you'll see the redstone torch come on right there after it deposits. And you'll see it stays on. And so basically what happens is the latch is just used to determine what is currently in use, which account is currently in use. And it deposits, resets, and sends the key back down. It's not as efficient as I would have hoped, but I've designed it so that it's very break resistant, so there's not much you could do besides actually interfering by getting in here, by getting inside of the mechanism. That you can do to disrupt it. It's very robust. I've done a lot of testing on it so far. And it's, well, I'd say simple, but there's a little bit going on in there. But that's just an update so far. So thanks for watching. If you take interest.